Good evening. It's Facebook Love number 234. Kind of unbelievable. I haven't been coming on very much. I've been quite exhausted, and sort of empty and a little confused by it, and I feel like I keep talking about it. Today, I listened to a podcast of Krista Tippett's show On Being, an interview with a psychologist. I think her name is Christine Runyon, and they were discussing the bodily effects of this long year of keeping distant from each other and trying to stay safe, in the sense that being close to people you care about could make them sick, and making a mistake about where you go or how you conduct yourself could make you or someone else you love sick, and that there are so many things that we are missing, and that it creates a particular kind of fight or flight response in the body. And I think that's true. I've been saying to my friends and family that I think that, well, I think we all are. I think it's like a human issue. It's not just me, but maybe I'm more sensitive to a sense of PTSD. And even though the pandemic isn't really over yet, that the immediate danger feels like it's receding. And so I'm like a new carpet, or new paint, like I'm off-gassing things that were buried and now are free to come out. And I don't really know what to do with that. I was looking for a particular poem and I couldn't locate it. I'll try for tomorrow. But it's an old piece, and part of the message of it is that when God is looking for something to inhabit, much as a sea creature looks for a shell, a full shell is no good. And that when you're emptiest, for whatever reason, that you're the most open to the Creator. And I thought about that today, and I thought that it was poetic, especially as we get closer and closer to Easter, the idea that any of us could be filled with Holy Spirit when we are at our most empty. So I found another poem that has maybe a snarkiness about it, but it's kind of the same idea, a little funnier than this other piece that I was looking for. So this is by a poet named Maxine Kumin. I've read this before, but it's been a while, and it's called Getting the Message. God, the rabbis tell us, never assigns exalted office to a man until he has tested his mettle in small things. So it is written in the Midrash that when a lamb escaped the flock, Moses overtook it at a brook, drinking its fill, and said, I would have taken thee in my arms and carried thee thither had I known thy thirst, whereupon a heavenly voice warmly resounded, As thou livest, thou art fit. Divine elections scary. The burning bush might have been brightened by St. Elmo's fire, according to the interpreter's one-volume commentary. The slopes of Exodus, scrub growth, close cropped by tough, horned herds of Jacob's sheep, now prized as an heirloom breed, lack treetops, mountain peaks, or spires that might discharge electrical ghost plumes. St. Elmo's seems less science than the desire of modern exegetes to damp the flame. I like my Bible tales like Scotch, straight up, incontrovertible as Dante's trip through 7 circles, Milton's map of paradise, or Homer's wine-dark epic. On such a stage there falls a scrim between text and critique, where burst of light may crack and dance as if on masts of sailing ships, and heavenly voices leap from alp to plain. In Sunday school I shivered at God's command, "Take off thy shoes, thou stand'st on holy ground," and lay awake in the hot clutch of faith, yearning yet fearful that the Lord might speak to me in my bed or naked in my bath. I didn't know how little risk I ran of being asked to set my people free from fording some metaphorical Red Sea with a new-sprung Pharaoh raging at my back. I didn't know the patriarchy that spared me fame had named me chattel, handmaiden. God's angels looked me over, but flew by. I like to think God's talent scouts today select for covenant without regard for gender, reinterpreting the word, so that holy detectives glossing the bush, most likely wild acacia, scholars of J, E, and P, deciphering Exodus, will fruitfully research the several ways divine authentication lights up truth. Fragments of it, cryptic, fugitive, still spark the synapses that let us live. Getting the Message by Maxine, Kumin. This is Facebook Love. Off-gassing, trying to feel okay. I'll see you again.